Friends, today we begin a journey into a terrifying past, into those unknown chapters of the First World War, filled with stories of blood, fire, and death. Come, let us begin this nightmare of history.
June 28, 1914. Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary and his wife were visiting the city of Sarajevo. Crowds smiled and waved. The sky was peaceful, but destiny had different plans. As their car turned a corner, a young man stepped forward. A gunshot, a piercing scream, a fall, and silence. Within seconds, the Archduke and his wife lay dead. A simple bullet triggered a global inferno.
The assassination shook the world. Austria-Hungary declared, Serbia must be punished. Russia stood by Serbia. Germany stood by Austria-Hungary. France aligned against Germany. And when Germany invaded Belgium, Britain entered the war. In only weeks, Europe was burning. Two massive camps emerged. Allied powers, Britain, France, Russia, later the United States. Central powers, Germany, Austria-Hungary, Ottoman Empire, Bulgaria. No one imagined that one assassination could unleash a war involving the entire world.
Trenches, mud, explosions, smoke drifting across barren fields. Along the France-Germany border, soldiers dug endless trenches stretching for miles. This was a world of mud, blood, hunger, and fear that never slept. One side held the Germans, the other the French and British. Between them lay the deadly stretch known as No Man's Land. Night brought bombardments. Day brought machine gun fire. Gas attacks drifted like yellow ghosts, burning eyes and tearing apart lungs. The war moved inches, but cost millions of lives.
On the vast plains of Eastern Europe, the war was even harsher. Freezing winters, hunger, and chaos plagued the Russian army. Though Russia fought with immense force, the people suffered terribly. Shortages of food, political anger, and suffering boiled over into the Russian Revolution. Russia withdrew from the war, but not before its land soaked in countless lives lost.
German U-boat submarines terrorized the seas. They sank ships without warning, including an American passenger vessel. Outrage swept across the United States, and soon, America entered the war. From that moment, Germany's defeat became only a matter of time. In the Middle East, the Ottoman Empire fought intense battles against British forces and Arab rebels. The Gallipoli campaign, the Arab revolt, and British offensives shattered the ancient empire. This war reshaped the entire map of the Middle East.
World War I introduced terrifying new machines. Tanks, warplanes, machine guns, chemical weapons, heavy artillery. Human intelligence became the architect of its own destruction.
Germany launched a desperate final offensive, but its exhausted army could no longer hold on. Allied forces surged forward. Inside Germany, riots erupted. The emperor fled. The military collapsed. The end was near.
November 11th, 1918. 11 a.m. The guns went silent. Smoke drifted away from the shattered fields. Soldiers stared into the horizon with empty, exhausted eyes. A war had ended, but at the cost of millions of lives. When the war ended, the world was no longer the same. 4 empires collapsed. New nations were born. Political systems changed. Economies shattered. Hatred and revenge brewed beneath the surface. The war planted seeds that would eventually grow into World War II. World War I was not just a conflict. It was the end of an era and the birth
of a new, uncertain world.
World War I taught humanity a brutal lesson, that when greed, pride, and power consume nations, human beings become their own worst enemy. This war was a warning, a whisper across time, telling us that peace is the greatest strength, and war is nothing but the destruction of the human soul.
Stay with us to uncover more spine-chilling events, because as we walk through the dark corridors of history, we discover truths that have long remained hidden behind the curtain of time.